Happy Valentine's Day! Now, normally when horror movies come out around Valentine's Day, they're definitely movies that I cannot recommend for couples to see together. This one, however... Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the latest film from director Josh Rubin, Hard Eyes. But before we get started, at the end of the video, if you think I've earned it, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. Now let's get into it. Hard Eyes stars Olivia Holt as Allie, and to put it bluntly, her life kinda sucks right now.
Oh, my life sucks!
Her and her boyfriend recently broke up and he's moved on very fast. She's barely hanging on to her marketing job at a jewelry brand with a psychotic CEO. And on top of that, there's been a killer loose for the last few years that's been attacking happy couples on Valentine's Day. Like it's his own twisted Hallmark tradition. So when Allie's star-crossed lovers ending in death campaign completely flops thanks to the Hard Eyes killer, she's paired with a consultant, Mason Gooding's Jay, to come up with a winning ad campaign. There's just one problem. The Hard Eyes killer? He sees them together at dinner and assumes that they're a couple.
Happy V-Day!
Get killed, all right?
What was...
Why would he say that?
And makes them his next target. There is so much to praise in this movie. The kills, the design of the killer, the performances. But what I really wanted to talk about is how hilarious this ended up being. From the cold open, you can feel this movie's tongue-in-cheek nature. And it really adds a sense of fun and wit to what could have just been another run-of-the-mill slasher. And that just persists throughout the entire thing. Even when people are getting slashed up or otherwise killed or brutalized, this movie doesn't really take itself too seriously. It knows exactly what it is. A horror romantic comedy that leans hard enough into both genres to where fans of both will feel satisfied.
Which would you prefer?
Both? Both is good.
You can feel that in the dialogue especially. The banter between Allie and Jay is genuinely fun, snappy, and full of great moments where they're clearly starting to like each other, while also running away from a deranged killer in a Hard Eyes mask that wants to stab them. You don't always get good character work in slashers, but this one gets it. And it's helped by the fact that this story is really a romantic comedy first and a slasher second. I mean, it's set on Valentine's Day, the two leads have a meet cute, and each new encounter with the killer just brings them closer together into each other's arms. The romantic beats are played completely straight and never feel out of place, and that's a pretty tough balancing act to pay off. It also helps that Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding have incredible chemistry. Even with the silly tone here, they're very believable as a pair of strangers that are starting to like each other. From the beginning when they had their awkward meeting in a coffee shop, to the very real conversation that they have on their dinner date where they open up just before the chaos starts up. And speaking of the chaos, let's talk about the brutality of this thing. For all of its rom-com energy, Hard Eyes does not hold back with its slasher elements. The kills are vicious, bloody, and mostly all done with practical effects that just make you wince in the best way possible. There's just something about seeing a couple in the thralls of Valentine's Day passion get completely brutalized with a tire iron.
Well, she's dead.
That awakens something in the slasher fans out there. Each set piece here is creative too. The movie doesn't just go for standard knife kills, it tries to incorporate the setting and brings in a lot of Valentine's Day stuff as well. And these kills can be both horrifying and honestly hilarious.
You're out of your goddamn mind. What?
And what really stands out is that there's kind of a rom-com flow throughout this whole movie, and these chase scenes and the violence kind of breaks that up a little bit. They feel like huge adrenaline rushes, honestly. One minute, Allie and Jay are talking about their feelings, and the next, they're running through a crowd at a drive-in, dodging a killer who just won't seem to quit cutting down anyone in his way. It keeps you on your toes, and you never settle on one tone for just too long, but it also never feels like whiplash. It all flows together very nicely. I also have to give credit to the supporting cast here. Horror veterans like Devon Sawa and Jordana Brewster bring in some much needed credibility as detectives Hobbs and Shaw. Yes, they address it, and they clearly know what kind of movie that they're in. And finally, I have to talk about the killer reveal.
No spoilers.
I won't spoil who it is, obviously, but I thought it was funny in the best way. The movie completely commits to the bit, leaning full into the absurdity without ever getting to a point of stupidity. It's just one of those reveals that makes you laugh. Not because it's bad, but because you're like, holy shit, this is what they're doing? It knows exactly what it's doing, and it sticks to landing in a pretty good way that makes this whole journey feel worth it. So if you're looking for a slasher that actually has legit, fully fleshed out romantic comedy stuff in there, bringing something fresh to the table, Hard Eyes is absolutely worth your time. It's got great kills, a genuinely fun and touching romance, sharp humor, and a killer design that feels iconic already. And for once, I can finally say of a horror movie that comes out in February, yes, couples should see this together. And that's my review of Hard Eyes. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this review, you know exactly what to do. I said it in the beginning. Please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. While you're at it, you can scroll down in the description below, find the links to my socials, leave a comment, let me know if you saw Hard Eyes and what you thought. And if you want more of my content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. I'll take you to my review of Companion, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews and my shorts. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next week for my review of Captain America: Brave New World.